I want to ask something of you, my wonderful subbies that I love ever so much. Those of you who have been privy to what's happening in the news, you know that a Category 5/4 hit the western part of Louisiana and some parts of Texas. And there's a lot of people between the Lake Charles and Lafayette that are in dire need of some support. So I just want to ask you guys, if you could just take a moment, shoot up a prayer, send some good vibes to my good old Louisiana people. I'm sure they'll appreciate it, and I will most certainly appreciate it, my friend. Hello, Libra. Welcome to your September soul session. Princess India here for the 9/9 and the 2000 and whatnot or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I guess. But welcome to your soul session reading. I'm Princess India if you're new, and welcome to all my new subbies. You know, you guys, like, y'all are here and I'm all excited and like, hi, like, nice to meet you. I don't want to get all nervous and stuff. Anywho, we're gonna pick a card from the Starseed Oracle for your overall energy for the month of September, or maybe I might put these back. Look, child, you and your little Venus friend Taurus with all these cards. So the overall energies that we have, of course you would pick one I can't say. I think it's high rep. I'm not fluent in Starseed, you know, I'm still learning. I'm a newbie, moving right along. Longing for home, homesickness for the stars. Then we have perspective, none of this matters. That's always nice. Zoom out, common ground. And then we have I'm sorry. This is the same card that Taurus had. You know, this is very interesting because Libra and both Taurus are ruled by Venus, and I know she's doing something, you know, this month. I don't know nothing about astrology, but she's doing something. You know, I don't know if she transiting, retrograding, or whatever the astrological terms are, but she's doing something that's gonna affect Libra and Taurus. But anyway, we have defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. So what I would gather from this, my Libra friend, is that in the month of September, the thing that's going to be of utmost importance for you guys is what you actually value. You know, not what society values, not what your family values, not what friends value, your partner values. It's really about what's important to you, you know? And I would say this message, that it's been a message that seems to be like popping up with all of the signs this month, is more or less needing to go back to, well, that's interesting. I'm just gonna take this because it popped out. But to go back to 2019, you know, and to look at what your plans were for this year prior to, you know, the global pandemic and all, you know what I'm saying? It's like what you wanted, what you foresaw for yourself, and really aligning with that. And I feel that there's a need more or less to do some self-reflection, as well as seeing your life from a different perspective. I would say more of an objective perspective. And then there's also an element here of feeling somewhat out of place. I will say that there's a forewarning here because there's a tad bit of a possibility of a lack thereof of equilibrium in your life, meaning that for some Librans, it may be spending a little too much time, effort, and energy on the spiritual realm. And that sounds slightly paradoxical. Well, I can't necessarily say paradoxical. It sounds slightly contradictory. It is literally paradoxical. But you can spend too much time on spiritual things and neglect your humanity in totality, which is not the purpose of this journey. The purpose of this journey is not to divorce yourself from yourself. And this is very interesting that this, something I wrote down the other day when I was thinking, it's very relevant right now. But I said, whether it's the higher self, the middle self, or the lower self, all them yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like, all them yourselves. Okay? So it's not about divorcing a facet of yourself or even being here to try to, I don't even know what people are doing these days, but they be doing stuff and things. Divorcing yourself is how I say it, you know, for time reasons and things of the sort. But we're more or less talking about integration. So it's not to say that you don't belong here, or anybody's too pure for here, or too sensitive for here. Like, it really does not ever get that serious. Like, you elected to be a human being. You know, you're in control of your life and your experience, but I feel the feeling of dissension that some of you may be feeling is because you're longing for your place. It's not necessarily that you don't belong here, you know, on earth and all and whatnot or whatever. There are perks to having a body, you know. Envy is not and whatnot or whatever. Anywho, your central energy that you can't see because my lens sucks miserably, but we're not going to judge, princess, is the World card. This is challenged by the Ace of Swords. Your past influence energy following you from August into September is the Five of Pentacles. Your underlying energy is the Ten of Cuppies. I don't know why I'm showing it to you. Your above energy is the Six of Cuppies. And this is going to get so funny right there because I love when that card comes up like that. Moving right along, moving forward, going into October, we have the Three of Cuppies in the reverse. It's a whole lot of water energy going on here, Libra. So here's the thing, Libra. In the bigger scheme of things, you guys have completed a cycle in your life. You have ascended to a higher state of being. That sounds so lofty-minded, I know. But if we put that in more of a mundane sense, we're really talking about you guys having a clear sense of who you are, what you're doing at this particular point in your life. No matter how lofty or how mundane, on some level or another, it's some lesson you guys have learned, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be an epic spiritual lesson. It could literally be that you learned how to, I don't know, contour your face. You know what I mean? It can be as lofty-minded or as simplistic as you will, but the whole point is the fact that you guys have learned a valuable principle or a lesson that you should keep with you to integrate onto your path moving forward. So it's something that you guys have mastered on some level or another. If we get a little bit deeper with it, then we're going to be talking about, you know, karma and things of the sort. You know what I mean? Whether that's past life karma or past life in this life type of karma. But the biggest takeaway from this World card and you guys' central energy is really that you've come to a place of completion within yourself or a sense of security or confidence within yourself. And you guys are ready to move and or charge forward. Now, with this Five of Pentacles being here and your past influential energy, it says to me that leading up into this month in particular, this can be a theme of you guys' life or experience, or it could have just been last month that maybe you took a dip in your finances, you had unexpected experiences, or you just simply felt alone in a lot that you were dealing with. I feel that this month, and this is me kind of picking this up intuitively, I don't necessarily feel that it was a person or situation or circumstance per se, like that helped you out of the situation, I guess I could say it. I just feel like things were less than stellar. They were bad, you know, or your money was tight. And I feel it's almost as if in September things are kind of aligning, if you will. So things are just kind of working in your favor. Now, for things to be working in your favor, what that says to me, like I was saying with the whole Venus energy stuff, and this is me just guessing, we're going to hope that my astrologer doesn't watch this and laugh hysterically at me, you know? But my assumption, my hunch would be that with Venus being your ruling planet, God, I cannot talk right now. And I can't even blame Mercury. Moving right along. But with Venus being your ruling planet, my assumption is whatever it is that she's doing is somehow behooving you somehow, you know what I'm saying? So I feel more or less this dry spell that you guys were in leading up into September, it's just over because energetically it needed to be, you know what I mean? So things kind of wrap themselves up. But I feel the biggest challenge this month is more or less you guys acting on what it is that you may be feeling. Right? So for some of you, I can see this two ways. For some of you, it's going to be on an energetic level, meaning that, you know, spirit is kind of sticking a hand out to help you out, and you may or may not be aware of that. For others of you, it's more or less you guys being aware of that or having evidence of that, but it's not clicking, I would say. Now, the why it's not clicking is because of the Six of Cups here. It's some sense of comparison that you guys have to either a past experience or like hindsight bias. So kind of like seeing your past is a little bit better than the way that things are now. Or it's just not seeing something from your past experience clearly. And it's more or less blocking you or inhibiting you from seeing this as a true 10 of Cups situation. So mind you, we have the World card here, which is a big epic completion. Super dope card to get. The underlying influence to this is, or the root of everything is the 10 of Cups, which is full on emotional fulfillment, right? And the cards that we have in opposition to this whole thing here is our Ace of Swords that's challenging this, right? Which means that your mind is what's challenging. I don't want to say your mind is challenging spirit, but that's kind of what's happening. Don't tell nobody I told you. But in financial issues or external 3D issues. So in so many words, we're going back to manifestation here. So we're talking about there's a scripture that says that to, I'm totally going to butcher it, speaking things that are not as though they were, right? So it's valuing, like how I said over here, spending too much time in the spiritual realm. This vibration of the person I'm talking about now spends way too much time in the 3D realm. So everything in life is valued based on 3D accolades, monetary gain, how other people think about you, being stuck in the past, and things of the sort, right? So it's more or less the challenge is to obtain a mental breakthrough, if you will, or a new perception, or as your card says, perspective on your situation. But that's going to require you to overstand your situation. And how you overstand your situation is by looking at it objectively. Because I feel from a subjective perspective, you're not able to see everything it is that I see with this. So you're not really seeing how great the position that you are in presently is. Because I feel from you guys' perspective, it really doesn't seem so. But I feel whatever this is that's kind of orienting you guys to your past, I really feel like you're idealizing that. I really don't feel like it's as great as you perceive it to be. You know what I mean? And I feel that's almost like a ball and chain on your perception when it comes to you guys being able to take advantage of this energy and moving forward. So the biggest challenge this month is going to be seeing the truth about all of this. Now, all of the other elements of things that I see can get a tad bit convoluted. So I'm kind of not going to bog you guys down with that, because it's a lot of energy work. And if I were to say it in the most tangible psychological sense, it would be false core beliefs, if you will, you know. But I feel with the way that I'm seeing this World card and this Ace of Swords, I'm really feeling that this is going to come in the form of an epiphany or a breakthrough. Now, with this Three of Cups in the reverse going forward into October, I don't want to necessarily say that this will be a solitary month for you guys, but I feel there's not going to be much of an opportunity to be distracted by, you know, external stimuli, whether it's like, you know, friends, family, people you hang out with, you know, whatever it is that you do that you find to be enjoyable. I feel just because this is kind of something that is, it reminds me of Taurus's energy legit. It's kind of one of these things that's occurring or manifesting itself for the sole purpose of you. I don't want to say you're backed into a corner either, Libra, but it's very similar to that. You know what I mean? It's almost like creating the perfect recipe for you guys to not have distractions, to have no choice but to face yourself, because I cannot talk. I feel that is the only way that you guys are going to get the solution that you're looking for. It's kind of one of those things where you're taking a shower and suddenly something hits you and you're like, oh my God, right? But if you never had that quiet time in the shower, you would have never had that epiphany, if that's making sense, or you would have never gotten that idea. So I really feel you guys this month are going to be making a pretty epic connection where you didn't previously see one. But I do feel kind of wrapping up this month that you guys are going to be feeling the need to kind of take a step back from other people and just kind of be alone to reflect on things and to really get clear. Because I don't feel that what you guys are looking for, I don't feel it's going to be found in other people. And I don't really think anyone is going to be available to kind of help you with that. Not saying that everyone's going to abandon you this month or anything like that. I just feel it's kind of like the perfect series of events that's going to get you to this awakening, because things are just really good for you guys. You just can't see it. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, Libra, I hope that that made sense. Y'all let me know in the comments, because I have no idea what I just said. But I'm going to go over to Vimeo, my website, Patreon, and YouTube members to do you guys extended. So if you're about that life, follow me over there. You know what I'm saying? But if not, I still love your freaking face. And I will see you guys sooner than later. Gosh, I really feel like I need to breathe. Just, you know, still haven't got the whole bye thing yet. So, yeah. Waiting on that outro. Just give it a second.